From JBS Studios in Greater New York, this is the JBS News Update with Teisha Bader.
I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Wednesday, August the 28th, 2019. The U.S. administration will apparently not be releasing its peace plan for Israel and the Palestinians before Israel's national elections. As we reported to you earlier this week, President Trump, speaking on the sidelines of the G7 summit in Paris on Monday, said, "I think you may see what the deal is before the election." But Special Representative for International Negotiations Jason Greenblatt said today we have decided that we will not be releasing the peace vision or parts of it prior to the Israeli election, which is scheduled for September the 17th. Honduras is set to open a trade office in Jerusalem in the coming days, seen by some as a sign that the country could move its embassy to the city. The Times of Israel reports that President Juan Orlando Hernandez will travel to Israel on Friday to inaugurate a diplomatic office in Jerusalem, which will be an extension of Honduras's Tel Aviv embassy, with Hernandez saying, "For me, it's the recognition that Jerusalem is the capital of Israel." 3 Hamas police officers were killed in a series of explosions last night in Gaza. The terror group initially blamed Israel, but it became clear that the suicide attacks, which targeted police checkpoints near Gaza City, were carried out by Palestinian supporters of the Islamic State and other Salafist organizations in Gaza. Mass arrests were made by Hamas today of supporters of the more extreme jihadist groups. The IDF is looking into a report that says the Lebanese military shot at 2 Israeli drones near Israel's border with Lebanon. The report came from the Hezbollah-affiliated Al Mayadeen news outlet. This comes on the heels of 2 drones exploding in Beirut on Sunday, reportedly destroying Hezbollah missile building and technology materials. That incident was being blamed on Israel, though Israel has not commented, and there is doubt whether the drones were actually Israeli. It also follows the IDF successfully preventing a deadly drone attack on Israel from Syria this weekend by Iranian operatives. Well, police in New York are looking into an assault on a rabbi in Brooklyn, reportedly as a hate crime. 64-year-old Rabbi Avraham Gopin was walking in the Crown Heights neighborhood yesterday morning when a man began yelling at him and then later threw a brick at him. Gopin, who is a dual U.S.-Israeli citizen, was hospitalized with a broken nose, missing teeth, stitches, and lacerations. The Anti-Defamation League is offering a $5,000 reward for anyone with information leading to the arrest and conviction of the person or persons responsible. Flyers full of accusations and blatant lies against and about Jews and Israel were found in Northern California last week. The Jewish News of Northern California reports that the flyers, which suggested that Jews and Israel were behind the 9/11 attacks, were plastered on telephone poles, storefronts, and at a high school campus in the city of Novato, claiming, among other falsehoods, that Israelis were seen dancing on the site of the fallen Twin Towers, and that Prime Minister Netanyahu praised the 9/11 attacks. No group has claimed responsibility for the flyers, and while local police chief Adam McGill condemned them, he told the Marin Independent Journal that they are protected by the First Amendment and would not be investigated. Senior Associate Regional Director of the ADL's Central Pacific region, Nancy Appel, said these are hoary old stereotypes about 9/11. It's of a piece in the rise of anti-Semitism we're seeing generally. Yesterday, the mayor, police department, school district, and the anti-hate group Not in Our Town published a letter condemning the anti-Semitic hate speech. Israeli judoka Sagi Muki is the new judo world champion. Muki won gold at the World Judo Championship finals in Tokyo, Japan today, becoming the first male Israeli athlete to receive the top honor. The middleweight champ had narrowly defeated Egyptian opponent Muhammad Abdelal, who refused to shake his hand at the end of the match, and then beat Belgian judoka Matthias Kasse. Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu congratulated Muki, tweeting, "You've brought us all great honor and pride." Muki received his medal today as Israel's national anthem, Hatikva, was played. Taking a look now at our programming for tonight on JBS for Wednesday, August the 28th at 7 o'clock, it's Witness. At 8, author Tuvia Tenenbaum sits down with David Foon at the Center for Jewish History. At 9, Mark Golub sits down with columnist, lifestyle blogger, and Israel activist Cindy Gross, who shares her perspectives on the Jewish community's perspectives on President Trump. At 10, it's a discussion of the kvetch, or complaining, in Jewish humor. And coming up right after this newscast, it's Thinking Out Loud with Micah Halpern. And that's the JBS News Update for Wednesday, August the 28th, 2019. I'm Teisha Bader.